I think what you said earlier about being selfish is really important. And something I preach a lot of times at seminars too, is that you have to go out there and you have to figure out a way to take care of yourself. And
First.
do the things that you love to do.
First.
So if you love doing this and you love being here, this is crucial. And you can't take care of him, you can't take care of him.
First.
And the 500 other people that work inside this building.
750 and first. I'm the engine. If I break, everybody else is fucked.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, for me, what really got lucky was I'm built like my mom, which is my fuel for that engine is to make other people happy, which makes me popular, which makes me even more popular to people that know me the best, which is really, by the way I judge myself. The way I basically have been judging myself through this really interesting path I'm living right now is, do the people that know me the best like me the most?
Yeah, like is he pumped about going to Belgium with you, or is he like, fuck, man? Like it's a paycheck.
Or
Fuck.
inevitably, like when he's getting 6 or 7 DMs a month of like, is his shtick, like back to the first rate, like my stuff comes off like a shtick because I'm an anomaly.
Right.
I am over energized, I am pumped, I am more grateful, I am louder, I am like more confident, I am different. I'm different. And I like that. I like when
I got a legit message the other day asking if you were a real human.
It's a real
Someone
person.
legitimately messaged me, is he a real human like Neil?
He's real. Well,
you get that, Ty?
he's not a
I
robot.
mean, I get those. I've had people like DM me asking if we plant people that come up to you on the street. Like,
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's a good one.
yeah.
Yeah, see, like to me, that's just funny.
Yeah, that's
like,
hilarious.
when I hear that, I would think that if I planted a human to take a selfie with me, to act cool in a daily V, that single move would crumble my entire empire. Because what? Then I would have to make all these people that actually know, I'd have to keep them on the payroll. I want to fire these guys. I'm being serious. Like one of the biggest reasons, I have no interest in being held hostage.
Right.
The reason you need to live naked is because you don't want anybody to have leverage over you. I'm not letting anybody have the upper hand on me. He would have the upper hand if I needed to make sure that he told them, no, fuck that. And you can't hold those plates. Eventually one falls and then it's over. So one of the reasons I live that kind of life is leverage.
How has your wife been? Has she been a part of a lot of the success of what you built up?
She's the foundation of my success. She's the enabler of my success. If my wife wasn't so selfless, I wouldn't be what I am today. And you know what? As a young man, I didn't understand that. Like
It seemed like you were so driven to even just.
Yeah, even just
like
like
you're kind of born that way. Just
yes, and that's
go
like
full
16. Like the thought, like that, like if my mom, as I grew up, my mom's teaching me to be a good man. We'd have these conversations, and I'm like, Mom, you didn't build the liquor store.
Right.
Dad built the liquor store.
Yeah.
The hell are you taking credit for?
Why are you saying we and us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, what you realize is when you start tasting life is I can't, I spend 0 minutes worrying about what Lizzie's thinking anytime, always, which allows me to do 100% my thing.
Right.
Which is a gift and a curse. One, it's such a blessing to have someone like that be your support system. Second, it's daunting because I'm just always petrified to take it for granted. And she does what I do. That's why I think we love each other so much because we're similar in our real cores, and we love ourselves so much that I think it makes us appreciate the other one. Yeah, she's a big deal.
Can you talk about the business to her
No.
and she gets it, or just no?
No, and by the way, I could, and she's more than capable. She's got it like that. Mm-hmm. I don't want to.
Okay.
I actually don't talk about the business at all. Like I keep it very even it's funny to have Jordan here. Like I spend as much time with Jordan as I do with my wife. Like see him every day for an hour. And it's like, I don't complain. I don't talk about stuff. Once in a blue moon, if the things I've told him have been more predicated on trying to teach him how to be a businessman than the need to get it out.
Mm. So
Okay.
you're trying to teach. You're trying to
I like
share
teaching.
what you know.
Yeah. I like it. I'm a great teammate, coach, lead. I'm a great leader. I just know it. I'm a great leader because I care about them more than I care about myself, which then makes them care enough about me that it matters. it's fun to have Tyler here instead of D-Rock. Tyler literally came here to work for me for a year, learn, I guess I'm speaking for you, get the brand association, get the exposure.
Steal from you and leave.
It's not, I would call it like get return value.
Right.
Because, I feel like and there are people who want to do that part. And by the way, the best part is I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, whatever.
Because I'm on to the next thing the next day. But very quickly, and we had this conversation, how quickly did you realize, maybe I shouldn't just stay for a year. Maybe I should play this out a little bit longer.
Pretty quickly.
Like how quickly? Like seriously, don't bullshit
Within
me.
like the first month or two of being on the team. I think.
That's it. That's great leadership.
Yeah.
Right? Young man comes up with a plan for his own and realizes, wait a minute, there's so much good here for me. Maybe he's not doing that because he's been tricked by me. He's doing it because he thinks it's in his best interest.
To be part of something bigger.
100%. Mike, who was my last trainer before Jordan, the last couple of months, I could tell he was like maybe I shouldn't leave. Like, right?
He made YouTube videos. He was like, I'm really second guessing this. I've already been like, I'm probably gonna stay longer than 3 years. Like, he's gonna push boxing back a little bit.
I want to do boxing next.
I heard I'm actually going to box on Friday. I used to box as a kid, and one of our neighbors used to box, and so I said, dude, you got to shake my hand right now and pick me up at 6 a.m. because otherwise I won't fucking go. We'll just talk
Cool.
about it. But I'm excited about that. You talked kind of recently about return on investment, and you talked about how that's everyone's kind of like first thought is how do I get my money back? How do I get my money back on this Facebook post, this Instagram
right.
post, and so on.
Tactics over religion.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about that before. So my gym is free. And when I made my gym free years ago, somebody said, why'd you make your gym free? And I said, to become a millionaire. And my friend, who was Dick Lickerson, long story.
Not his real name.
No,
but
long
still.
Go
story.
figure.
Yeah, long story.
He's the intro voice of the podcast.
Is he?
In fact, yeah, he's
But
got an
anyway,
amazing voice.
he just kind of tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, I believe in what you just said. Like I can see it in your eyes. I know what you're.
That's
you're
cool.
getting at.
It's cool.
And so the whole reason for making the gym free was a bunch of reasons, but reason number one was to pay it back to powerlifting. I've gotten so much out of powerlifting. I've gotten
You
so
felt
much
it on your that's
having
cool.
a team and having people
Yeah.
around me to
Yeah.
kind of lift
Yeah.
me and push me forward that I felt amazing about it. But in your situation, how do you get back your return maybe in a different way, and it's not money?
Money.
It's still money.
And I'm making a joke. I think that people are not smart. And let me tell you what I mean by that. I am so confused by people's inability to understand what's happening. Everything is predicated on action.
Right.
Like, it's just actions. I don't listen to what anybody says. I just pay attention to what they do. So for me, I have very big ambitions, but one thing that I don't think, I'm blown away by people not remembering that for 13 years of my life out of school, I didn't build a brand. I wasn't speaking. I wasn't Gary Vee. My name was Gary Vaynerchuk, and I worked in a liquor store every single day, and I built an e-commerce business and built fulfillment. These are things I don't talk about. I invented fulfillment. I didn't know it. I didn't go to school for fulfillment. I invented fulfillment for myself. I
You made
negotiated.
being an entrepreneur cool, which before just meant you didn't have a job.
And I don't think I did it. I actually think,
been part of it.
I think I've been a small piece of it, but a very small piece. I will tell you, I think that it was the Facebook movie that made it cool.
Right.
I think it's the extreme wealth at such a young age. Billionaires were 60 and old, and no 18-year-old could associate with that.
Yeah.
When they were like, wait a minute, that dude's a billionaire and he's wearing a hoodie and sneakers and he's 27, that changed everything.
Right.
I think I rode the wave that was created more so than helped. Now the good thing is it was my truth. Unlike everybody else who was like meant to be a trainer, but now says they're an entrepreneur and a trainer because it's cool, or they want to sell swag on Instagram. Or, you see where I'm going?
Yeah.
What's been fun for me is it's my truth.
Right.
Like that's fun, right? This isn't a fly-by-night thing. This was my truth. And so, yeah, I think that I think, to answer your question, it's not the money. Anybody that's really smart would know, I knew how to make money before I became me. I made money before I became me. When I invested in Twitter and Tumblr and Uber, that was before I became who everybody knows me as.
Right.
I don't need to monetize my audience. I don't, I'll take this opportunity to make sure you use it. I don't begrudge people that monetize their audience. I'm just reminding them that I don't. Right. It's an important conversation. And somebody will jump in and say, well, yeah, Gary, what about your books and your t-shirts? And then I would say again, you are not smart, because if you understood the economics behind that in comparison to what I do, I will make more money giving one speech than I will in everything I do in t-shirts this entire year. Right. Don't you think it'd be smarter for me to do that? I do it because it's fun. I like somebody wearing a t-shirt with my quote on it because I am vain and I like it, right? And like, I like giving them out because I noticed, like, again, people are not smart. When I started this 60-second club and it's working for me on Instagram, I'm giving away my books. A lot of people have the books. So if I create t-shirts, it's something for me to give back, which creates even more of a relationship. And by the way, I want to remind everybody, I am by hand, not somebody here. You know this, me, by hand going into my comments, reading it, replying that they won, tagging them, screenshooting it, drawing, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And so my answer is very simple. I want to leave a legacy. I want to be the greatest, most admired entrepreneur of all time. And I want to do it by not amassing the most wealth. I want to do it by amassing the most wealth and give back to the community in parallel, because I am leaving enormous amounts of money on the table by doing what I'm doing in content. And do people not remember all these people cost me money? He cost me more money than all the money I'll make on t-shirts this year. It's not a good trade. They don't
charging a lot.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
And by the way, I am not mad, because 99% of the people are not good enough business people to go through the whole process in their brain. So I'm not mad. I just disagree with people's opinions when they, and I laugh at what their comments, and I enjoy the negative comments in social because it drives me and reminds me that one, I need to respect and be grounded at all times, and two, that I'm just dramatically smarter than a lot of people.
So we got you deadlifting, we got you into some fitness.
Yes.
How do we get you on a cycle of steroids?
So this is a funny conversation. This is vegetables to me. And I brought this up to you. Now, I don't think I'm gonna do it because I think I'm too grounded in its vegetables. But I'm not educated, but I can tell you right now, I'm very fascinated from the couple of, so the reason I don't want to speak about this is less about me not wanting to do steroids, is I don't want to be a hypocrite. I make fun of, and you know this, headline readers.
Right.
I know what's going on in Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram. And
Right.
I know the headlines are, maybe steroids isn't as bad as you necessarily think. Maybe after a certain age it's, okay, maybe not, at 16 it's scarier than maybe if you're 45. Like, I'm actually weirdly fascinated by it, but I also know I'm a headline reader. It's a couple conversations with Mike, it's a couple conversations with him, it's a couple of tweets I've seen, it's a couple of things I've heard. Yeah, but to me, smoking was fine for you in 1947. I'll tell you right now, I'm way more scared about putting a cell phone to my head and getting brain cancer than steroids. So I think people are not smart.
Right. Yeah.
And so I would tell you that if I had to make a prediction, I would tell you it's not out of the question for me to do a cycle. I'm being serious.
Next time I come back here, you'll be just jacked out of your mind.
It's not out of the question. Now, I am a little bit of a purist, AKA I'm still enjoying, because how long have you been working out?
Oh shit, so I was 12, I'm
Good,
40. So
good.
A long time.
So you've seen it.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time in my life that I'm actually seeing something happen out of the work you put in.
That's
so I'm
awesome.
enjoying, right. So I'm actually it's the reason the same reason I'm doing all my own social media is the same reason I would probably not do steroids because of that, because I like doing it.
Right.
More so than me thinking it's bad or what, got it?
Yeah,
That was like,
makes sense.
yeah.
So if there were steroids that helped people in business, what things would it improve about them?
Emotional intelligence.
Okay.
Empathy, gratitude, self-awareness. The businesses break because human beings break them. Companies don't get bigger because all these assholes want to micromanage everything because it makes them feel better.